A few years ago, BlackBerry dominated the smartphone world until a certain iPhone came along. But BlackBerry is back with a new OS and determined to conquer again. How does the BlackBerry Z10 compare to the iPhone 5? At first glance, there are similarities between the two phones, but on closer examination they are very different. With crystal-cut edges and a glass and aluminium back, the iPhone 5 has an elegance and style missing from the Z10. The Z10 is arguably more pedestrian, although the matte accents, metal controls and patterned back make it stand out from the crowd. Both feel solid and well built. The Z10 is slightly wider and longer, but both phones are easy to use with one hand. The back of the Z10 is removable, so you can access the battery and use the microSD slot to expand the 11.3GB usable memory. The iPhone 5 doesn't have a removable battery and there's no expandable storage, but you can choose between 16, 32 and 64GB versions. When it comes to connectivity, the Z10 wins, with Wi-Fi Direct, HDMI Mini, DLNA and NFC, in contrast to AirPlay on the iPhone 5. Both phones support 4G, although the iPhone 5 will only work on EE and later 3's network in the UK. The iPhone 5 has a 4-inch 1136 by 640 Retina display. The BlackBerry Z10 has a 4.2-inch LCD screen with a 1280 by 768 resolution. The Z10 has 356 pixels per inch, which is higher than the iPhone 5 at 326 ppi. In extreme close-up, edges are sharper on the BlackBerry, but in general use there's very little between the two. Both are very sharp. The iPhone 5 has purer whites and better contrast, but the Z10 has more natural colours. Off-angle viewing is great on both phones. Both phones have dual-core processors. The BlackBerry has 2GB of RAM and the iPhone has 1GB of RAM. In day-to-day use, moving around the OS and launching games, the phones are pretty much neck and neck. But the Z10 is much slower to boot up and it crashes more, although this could be an early bug. The iPhone 5 runs iOS 6 and the Z10 BlackBerry 10. At first glance, the interfaces are very similar, with regimented lines of icons and apps you can move around and organise into folders. The main difference between the phones is navigation. On the iPhone, you tap to open apps and return home using the Home button. The Z10 uses BlackBerry Flow, where instead of tapping, you progress between apps and messages using movements. The Z10 also supports true multitasking, with open apps displayed as tiles. The keyboard on the BlackBerry is the best here. We love the way you swipe it to select words, and BlackBerry Hub is a great way to view all your messages. We've been using both phones for a while now, and iOS is definitely more user-friendly. BB10 takes much more time to get used to, although neither OS offers the flexibility of Android. The iPhone 5 and BlackBerry Z10 both have 8-megapixel cameras with f2.4 lenses and an LED flash. Neither phone has many manual features, although the BlackBerry offers some scene modes and a cool feature called Time Shift, whereby you can select a specific frame. The iPhone 5 offers HDR mode and a fantastically simple panorama too. Photos and videos from the iPhone are better. The BlackBerry just isn't as consistent, especially in tricky lighting conditions. If you're looking for a good communication device, don't rule out the BlackBerry Z10. It's a winner thanks to its fantastic keyboard, connectivity options and BlackBerry Hub. However, with a better screen, camera and more user-friendly OS, the iPhone 5 is the more rounded device and certainly a better choice for multimedia.